Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today looking at Annex 2179 Eliza or Eliza, depending on how you want to pronounce it, or Eliza. Looks really cool in the artwork. I love this artwork here. Fantastic artwork we can see. Looks really good. On the back of the box, we can see the figure. It comes with a head and I think it's a mask or helmet. Hopefully not a helmeted head. 3 guns, something else I can't quite see. Things, one of those things for the back, and 2 other things I can't quite make out because it's such a dark background on that picture. Again, looks really nice. Annex 2179 is currently my favourite line of 1/18 scale toys, though that may change soon. The gun looks like the Narinu Sentinel gun that we've seen already. But we can have a look at that in a moment when I open it up. So without further ado, let me turn the camera around, open this up, and let's take a closer look. Okay, here she is, and you can see that it is a separate head, not a helmet that fits over the head. She does look awesome, and yes, it's the same rifle we saw on the Acid Rain World Narinu Sentinel, but obviously with the different colouring. So this is a head. Let's take a look at her head first of all. Let me get a bit of a focus going on here. There we go. Nice paint apps on the eyes and that sort of the lines coming down. It's going to be a bit like that. Let me go out and then try a ×2. There we go. The only thing is this black sort of metal jaw thing, that should be painted. If that was painted, that would look absolutely fun. You could do it yourself if you wanted to. But that is really nice. Even like the makeup on the eyes as well. The hair looks great, very nice. This is maybe one of my favourite head sculpts and colourings, apart from that jaw, by Acid Rain World Stroke Annex 2179 today. That is really, really nice looking. I do like that. Okay, so things she comes with. She comes with the same gun we saw on the Narinu Sentinel. She comes with these holsters and pistols, which you can plug into the side. The plug-in for the back there, and this little black thing was just loose inside the box, but that's the only place I can see it fit is inside here. So I'm assuming that's where it goes, because that's the only place I can see it fitting currently. Okay, so we'll have a quick look at the rifle, but I won't take it out of hands just yet. Really, really nice. The dual barrels. I do like this rifle a lot because it's such a short stock. It's so easy for them to hold so nicely, as you can see here. And then these really, really nice looking pistols, and the holsters pop in so easily, but they're secure. Nice pattern holster, looks really, really good. So a bit of a close look, there we go. Very, very nice. And then we have these pistols here, which I'm not sure we've seen already. Did we see these in one of the other figures? I can't recall. Been inked, but a bit of a dry brushing would have been even better with that as well. But absolutely fantastic looking. I do like that a lot. So let's take a closer look at her now in the way she comes. So for this, I will take the other gun out and I will take the rifle off. And we look at her default helmeted head that comes. Now, she does look very similar to Hero. Got the same clown feet, which I actually quite like. Even though they're big, they do make her stand up very easily. The mask is quite artistic. 2 sort of eyes going on there we can see. Though they are painted. Quite elongated a little bit. And these sort of almost bunny in the wind ear sort of things in the back. She's not the most curvaceous of Acid Rain World Stroke. Well, this is the first female, as far as I know, in Annex 2179, but she's not the most curvaceous compared to some of the other Acid Rain World figures. So if I get out the Russia, who I reviewed just the other day here, she is far more curvaceous than this one here. But that's not a bad thing. The armor's nice. I like the paint apps. I like the colouring. Again, with the 3 holes in the back, which is becoming a sort of a thing now. So we can expect attachments to work across universes. Okay, so let's zoom out and let's go for articulation. Now, she might lose some on the head because of this vest, but let's have a look. So left and right, lose a tiny bit. Side to side is small, down is fantastic. Look at that. She can look at her own chest. Ooh, look, I need a new bra. And she can go up. Oops. But too far, any more than that, and you're going to pivot off the head off the neck peg. Shoulders all the way around, beautifully so. Sideways, we'll struggle a little bit. Not quite your 180, but it's close. Bicep bend, we know already, is just going to be fantastic. It's always great on the Acid Rain or the Annex 2179 figures. So well over 90 degrees, though slightly more on the Acid Rain figures that I just reviewed recently. I've still got one more to do. Wrists, gun articulation, and they turn. You can turn from the arms too, and the other articulation hand is gun, not wave. There is trunk, so you can turn and dip and side to side. There is waist for turn and a small bit of movement. If you pull too hard, it will just pop off. Hips, without the pistols in the holsters, it should be quite good. I'm not sure what the side to side is going to be like, but let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's good. That is approaching the best you'll see in Acid Rainbow Stroke Annex 279. That's a very good hip articulation on the outwards. Doesn't have that big hip gap that we saw on some others. You see that the centerpiece here on the crutch is a lot thicker than we can see here on the Russia. So that hip gap is much smaller and looks far better. Forwards and backwards. Forwards, not quite flat. Backwards, about that far, then it'll start to turn out, but that's pretty decent. There is a thigh twist. There is double kneecap, and these guys are normally fantastic. Look at that. You can't get tighter. Fantastic double kneecap there. There is a foot turn from the boot, but it could be a bit stiff, so be careful. There is going to be a great tippy toes. Dorsiflexation is going to be, let's have a look. Tongue's getting away, but it still is okay. The dorsiflexation we can see. And then there's going to be a decent side to side twist stroke swivel outwards and inwards on the feet. Pretty good. I like her. I mean, I said already that Annex 2179 is now currently my favorite 118 scale universe. But, you know, having said that, with the new Joy Tour releases coming out soon of the Cult of San Raja, they just look amazing. They might be better, or sorry, they might become my new favorite, or they might join in with my version of Annex 2179 universe. Okay, so let me just quickly change the heads over. Let's get a look with the wow, that is a small hole and a big peg. Said the nurse to the to the nun to the bishop. Well, that is not on unless I heat it up. I will have to heat that up to get that to fit, but she does look pretty cool. There, just looks a bit because her head is so high up on that neck peg, it's not on properly. But she does look good. But again, if that was like a silver or a dry brush silver, that would be great. The other thing is you can see her ears are black. They've got no paint app on the ears. Like, what is going on there? Which is a shame. I don't know if that's a production fault or something. I shouldn't have thought so. Wouldn't have thought so, but you can't always tell. Interesting. But she is fantastic looking. I do like her a lot, I do have to say. Looks very, very good. Great looking figure. And again, the more I look at that face, the more I like it, that makeup as well. Just pops so nice. It looks really good. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to put the head on properly, set her up with some other figures for a comparison, and we'll take a closer look. So I'll be back in an instant. So here we are back. There's Annex 2179 versus Acid Rain World. Very cool figures. Now, Hero here was my #1 figure release for 2021. And we are now the third month, or beginning of the third month for 2022. And I will say that Eliza is my #1 choice currently. Now, bear in mind, there's some great figures coming out, so I doubt she'll hold that spot for the whole year, but she's fantastic. And part of that reason is she's so similar to Hero, great articulation, looks fantastic, paint, great paint apps, etc. So let's get her in a standing up straight sort of position. So legs together. Hero's already quite straight, and you can see they are similar sort of height. If I get the Acid Rain World slightly more upright, and we'll see if there's any difference. This should be similar again because it's the same designer. The Acid Rain World, yeah, about the same sort of height as well. I'm just getting to stand up nicely. Okay, so it's a Papalotto is about the same height, and then we'll get the Russia, the Viper Aegis, or Aegis Russia, who's a bit shorter perhaps. And then let's go for a big figure, a Joy Toy 40k Ultramarines Invictor Warsuit pilot, who's going to be massive in comparison. And we've got a nice lineup of figures there. Really quite cool. Scale very well. All look fantastic. She is a great figure. Highly recommended. Okay, please subscribe and check out my other videos, because I've got loads on the channel, approaching 1,000 if not 1,000, and click on the notification icons to update latest news, reviews, videos, etc. And I'll be back soon with more video reviews, news and so forth, content for you guys to enjoy. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.